Benny boy, welcome to Channel E again. It's been a little while since we chatted to you guys in this sort of formal setting. Can you show Channel E viewers your new tattoo there? I'm sure we'll see it when you take your shirt off and perform at the Arias.
Yes, I will be revealing it, yes.
And how did that come about?
Well, for anyone that doesn't know, that's actually James Brown. I've had a few people think it was Elvis, and a few people think it was Chuck Berry. And a few people thought it was a guy with a metal detector, checking things out.
Those coins.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's James Brown. If you look close enough, you can actually see that it's an African-American man.
With a metal detector.
With a metal detector, yes.
What are you like on the dance floor then when James Brown comes on? You've obviously, when you whack it on at home, you don't just sit down, do you?
You've got to move, yeah. Yeah, like if I'm doing something around home, like, I'll whack it on, I'll dance around and do it, it's the kind of music you just can't sit down.
And the moves that you work on in front of the mirror, listening to James Brown at home, do you ever pull them out when you go perhaps out to, I don't know, Newcastle Workers or wherever you might go out to?
Newcastle Workers. No, it's not called Newcastle Workers anymore.
Isn't it?
I think it's called Panthers Club Nova Newcastle.
Oh, of course it is.
Something like that. But I usually keep my bedroom moves in front of the mirror. They're pretty private, you know. I keep them close to my chest.
Have you ever thought of perhaps starting a James Brown cover band to satisfy this obsession?
I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know about a James Brown covers band. Maybe like a bit of a side project with a bit of a funkier kind of thing going on. But at this stage, no.
Has that ever crept in your head when you're thinking, well, I've got all this spare time while Daniel's recuperating or getting better, I could look into that, maybe doing a side project?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, like I've just kind of been in limbo like with Chris, but I mean that would almost be kind of like delving into something else that I really have to put my time into, where I just haven't been able to do that with anything. So but like if we go back out and do some touring for this album and do some more promotion for it, maybe if we have some more time off after that,
Has that been the most frustrating part about Daniel's illness, that you haven't been able to do any follow-up for this record? I mean, in the US and even out here? Has that been difficult for you guys?
Oh yeah, it's been really frustrating. I think like it just felt as though the album had a really good kind of setup, and it felt as though if we did do the promotion and really got behind it, it could have had a really good shot to go really, really well. But it is a bit frustrating, not to have been able to do it, but the way the cookie crumbles.
And what's the dynamic between you three? Like if say Daniel brings in a song which he's worked on for a while, and he goes, guys, we've got this great song, and you're not sure about it and you don't think it's going to work, do you go, I'm not too sure about this, I don't think it's going to work, or you just trust each other?
Yeah, no, we're kind of, I think we've been playing together for so long now that it's hard to explain, because there's only kind of really three people that know kind of how it works, and it's Daniel, Chris and I. But like, when he comes in, it just works. It's like this interlock thing that always just kind of sits right. But he just comes in with songs, and if there's little bits that we don't like, we might change it, or if there's a drum bit that I don't like, I'll just change it, do something a little bit different. And it just works. I don't know why, but I think that's what you get from starting to play together when you're 14 and you kind of grow up together and you improve as musicians together. You just kind of get to this stage where everything just gels.
Now, when was the last time you guys actually played together full set?
Full set would be not long after the big day out. I think there was a couple of New Zealand shows not long after, and then we swung into full rehearsals to head off overseas, and it was 2 days before we were supposed to leave. I think the plug got pulled, so it's been 6-8 months since we've got together as a band and played.
Yeah, and are you stinging to get out there again?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't care if we just keep rehearsing this one song over and over and over. It's just good to get in the rehearsal room and start playing again.
And when you have a big break like that, do you guys, if you've thought of something great or you thought of a great, song idea, do you call the other guys, or you try and work it out yourself? Or
yeah, we really didn't hang out all that much to begin with. It was kind of we all just split and went our own ways, and just went and hid really. And then gradually, we just started getting together, just starting to get the songs together just at Daniel's place on acoustic, and then gradually just went from there.
Is that part of like taking a break as well? Is you get tired touring, but you not get sick of each other, but you need a break from being in close quarters with everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. Just go away and get your own space really for a while. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's quite important.
And you've got that now, you reckon?
Yeah. No, I mean, all three of us have got, although we spend so much time together, I think outside the band, we've got 3 really separate lives, and when we come together, the band, it's like we've never been apart. You know what I mean? It's like Daniel's been away for the last couple of months, and I hadn't seen him for probably 2 or 3 months. And when he walked into the rehearsal room the other day, it was like it only been a week. You know what I mean? And we just started playing, and everything felt right.
Because fans would make that assumption. You play a band together, then you go out drinking together, you play footy together, or you do everything together as a band.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they probably do. But it's I don't know. It's maybe just a bit weird, but yeah.
And for you, how has the last 8 months of this year been? Has it been kind of frustrating, you reckon? Would that be a good word?
Yeah, and a bit concerning too, just for Daniel. So it's great to see him, stuffing about and just his usual self again. You don't. It was also a bit of a realization how special it is, what the band is to us or to me personally. And then you can't get up there and play because your mate's not well. So it's a bit like, it was a bit daunting, but. Yeah, it's good to see him up there.
Do you forget that though? Do you take it for granted sometimes?
It was almost like it was taken a little for granted, but it's good to see him back.
Do you ever think with Daniel not being as healthy as he could be that this might be the end for the band? If he's not able to play, what happens then?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of that?
If he can't play, there is no band. So yeah, definitely I've thought about that, and I'm very glad to see that he's on the mend.
But what does that mean for you? You reckon if there is no Silverchair, what do you do?
I don't know. Still do something with music. Just yeah. But it'd be a shame. Yeah, really love it. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Well, we've chatted to the other 2 members of the band, and we'll have a quick chat to you, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really good.
I was kind of wondering, was there a point when you were in a lot of pain and you couldn't do a whole lot where you thought, shit, what am I going to do? I play music for a living. I need to be able to, move and function.
Yeah, totally. For the first probably 4 months, I was pretty positive about it and saying, it's going to be alright, Once it got to about the 6-month mark, that was when there was no optimism left, and I just thought, shit, it's over, and I'm going to have to find something else to do. And I was trying to play piano and write on the piano, and I couldn't turn my wrist that way, so I was playing one-handed. I was writing like bass notes with this hand, and I was doing the melodic notes with this hand and recording it all and seeing if that'd work. And it didn't really work, and then I was just thinking, this is disastrous. I'm going to have to just sing. I don't really want to be a singer. I wanted to play guitar.
So you thought, well, worst case scenario, I can still, write a little bit of stuff and continue the band just as a vocalist.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't particularly want to do that because I don't want to be a singer.
Hey, did you ever let on to the other guys that it may end up that way? You thought that it might go that way?
No, I didn't. But I think they would have had those same thoughts, because it was pretty serious. Like, we didn't know what was going to happen, and we were told it could last for 3 to 5 years. So we were thinking, we'll just take a large break and do some, extracurricular activities.
Is it the pain? Is it the frustration? Which is the worst bit of the whole thing, do you think?
It's the pain, because I've been frustrated before, and it's alright. I can deal with frustration, but pain is it's alright. I'm not really in pain anymore, but there was 9 or 10 months where it was just full on 100% every day, so that was hard. But the frustration you kind of get over because you find different ways of doing things.
Of relieving frustration.
Yeah, exactly, but not what you're thinking.
So were you in pain? I wasn't there. I didn't say anything.
You had a little smirk on your face, I saw it.
No, I was thinking it was something funny someone Ben had said earlier.
Oh yeah, he always says funny things, that kind of guy.
Hey, and did this creep up on you? Were you experience a bit of pain when you were recording the actual record?
No, not when we were recording.
Yeah.
I didn't have any, but halfway through the mixing I started getting a pain in my knee, and that was the start of it, but I just thought I tore a ligament or something. I don't know how I did it in my sleep, but I woke up and thought, shit, I'm a pretty violent sleeper. But yeah, it wasn't that at all.
There you go. And from there it just deteriorated, I guess.
Yeah, it just spread. As soon as it spread to my other knee, I thought, yeah, it can't be a ligament. I'm pretty sure I've been pretty stable.
I've been sleeping like this. It can't be happening.
Yeah.
Well, you're on the mend now. You're on the road to recovery.
Yeah.
And what do you reckon you've got planned for Silverchair in the next 12, 18 months? Say you get full health by the end of the year or mid next year.
Yeah. As soon as I've got full health and we're confident we want to tour, because we didn't get to tour this record, so we'll definitely do a full tour of Australia and some shows around the universe.